But we've got Brightwater on the show, and they're making duck.
Duck?
Yeah.
I'm not mad about that.
Oh, but you will be.
Will I?
Find out later.
The moves that you do on purpose, sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you, pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Yes, everybody, welcome in. Later with Jason Suel. So glad you are tuned in. Band sounds great. I'm excited to get into this show.
It's, you know, summertime.
Yes.
Summertime in Fayetteville, if you like the SNL skit.
Yes, the SNL skit.
But, I mean, you can't walk a block without seeing something cool going down in Northwest Arkansas.
No, that's totally true. We've got outdoor concerts. We've got festivals happening all over the place, right and left. Like, it seems like every weekend there's something going on.
From big concerts at the Amp to tiny little pop-ups at Gully Park.
Yes.
You know, it's crazy. We are so spoiled.
Yes. I know we just spent a lot of time talking about Northwest Arkansas, but we're actually getting out of Northwest Arkansas.
Hawaii.
And we're headed to Hawaii. No, we're talking about the arts in El Dorado, Arkansas, a place called Murphy Arts District. If you've never heard of MAD, the Murphy Arts District, you need to know about it.
Get you a box of Spud Nuts and hit the Rialto.
Yes, absolutely. The Spud Nut Shop is my favorite. So we've got them on the Zoom call later, chatting with them about what's happening down there. And then we're welcoming another music video from our friend Katie Henriksen. Katie, of course, known for all kind of championing those indie bands that you've never heard of, but kind of have a national and international flair.
Oh, yeah.
So
Trillium is killing.
Trillium is killing it. That's her organization. Soft Hills, the band that I'm talking about, they're joining us a little bit later on the show. And then we do have some Northwest Arkansas flair on the show as well, all the way from Brightwater in Bentonville. We've got Marshall Shafkowitz joining us down there at our chef's table. Chef, what are we gonna be cooking up down there today?
So today we've got a dark cherry chipotle bourbon glazed duck, corn polenta, and Vilnius Farms broccolini.
I mean, my mouth is watering right now. We're talking about duck. We're having duck on the show. Polenta.
We are spoiled.
I know.
We're the spoiled ones.
We are the spoiled ones. That's right. But I hear that this polenta recipe is something that you can make in your very own homes as well. So stick around, folks. Right after this short break, we're talking to the Murphy Arts District, and we'll have all that fun for you later. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Later with Jason Suel. So glad that you are tuned in. We've got the great Pam Griffin joining us all the way from El Dorado, Arkansas with the Murphy Arts District. MAD. How's it going, Pam? Thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us.
It's great. Thanks for having me this morning.
Yes. So for our Northwest Arkansas viewing audience, we focus a lot here on the arts and entertainment. Specifically, we've kind of had a focus on Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, but we want to open that up because there's so much happening in the state of Arkansas, and obviously what you're doing in El Dorado is a huge part of that. So for folks who don't know, maybe our viewing audience who isn't familiar, tell us about MAD. What is it? What is the Murphy Arts District?
The Murphy Arts District is about a 6-block area in our downtown core in downtown El Dorado. And we have an amphitheater that holds 8,000 people. And we have an indoor music hall that holds about 2,000 people. We have a children's playscape and a splash pad that has a really cool razorback in the middle of it that has water that shoots out of the razorback, which is a lot of fun. And we also have a restaurant in the front of our building that we have outsourced to Mule Kick. So we have Mule Kick at MAD. Serving pizzas and wings and sandwiches and salads every day. And then we also have some other properties that we have yet to develop, which are our phase 2. So we have things to come.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm from Camden, which is about maybe a half hour from El Dorado. El Dorado is my stomping ground. And even my co-host, Bo, knows about what you have going on. We were just talking about the Rialto Theater on the downtown square there.
And of course, those Spud Nuts.
And those Spud Nuts, a Spud Nut shop. We love that place.
Can't not come here and have Spud Nuts.
I know. Even when we come home to visit my parents, we'll make a trip over, get some Spud Nuts for breakfast because we're the healthiest of people. But it's delicious, and everything you have going on there is so cool. So talk to us about this summer. What events, concerts, things are happening there that maybe we would consider coming down to South Arkansas for?
Yes, we have Willie Nelson and Family with special guest Randall King coming on June the 22nd. We have Don D.C. Curry and his comedy show will be with us on July the 3rd. And we have our Mad Battle, which is a Battle of the Bands type competition where you find your new favorite band. And that'll be on July the 16th. And our past year's winner, DeFrance, will be playing the night before on July the 15th. So that's what's kind of coming up in the next month. We also do Mad Movie Mondays. So starting this coming Monday, we do a Movies in the Park in the amphitheater that you see behind me. And it's free and open to the community. And then we also have our splash pad opening coming soon. Our maintenance guys have been working fast and furious to get that open so we can let the kids enjoy that. So,
I know. That's a big deal for families to get out there. So when does the season kind of run? Is it a year-round thing, or does it primarily happen in the spring and summer? What are the dates?
It's year-round. We have programming year-round. That's the beauty of having both an indoor theater as well as the outdoor amphitheater, and we can do shows anytime we want to. So we definitely have a busier schedule in the spring and in the fall, but we try to keep things going year-round.
Yeah. Now, what's your role there, Pam? What do you do?
I'm officially the president and chief executive officer. So it's a fancy title, but I do a little bit of everything.
The maddest person in the office.
I'm curious, do you call it MAD?
Sounds so angry.
I know, yeah. Do you call it MAD? Is that the normal colloquialism?
Yes, it is. It obviously stands for the Murphy Arts District, but then it's also a little tongue-in-cheek because we are a little mad to be doing what we're doing, but it's a lot of fun.
So you also mentioned an indoor space, and obviously that's different than the amphitheater. Is that close? Is it within walking distance? Is it right there beside it? Where is that indoor space?
It's right beside the amphitheater, and that's where we have our offices. It also has our green rooms and all of our back-of-house support that supports both the amphitheater and the music hall is all right there in what we call the Griffin building. And it's a historic building. And that's another fun thing to note is that we have a lot of historic buildings that are on the National Register that we have complied with the historical preservation requirements with in our renovations. And so it's actually a 1928 car dealership. So it's a 100-year-old building that was built as a car dealership.
Wow.
That's one of the things I really love about El Dorado is there's just a lot of visual architectural history that it's been preserved and repurposed. And that's one of the things that, Northwest Arkansas sometimes gets a little ahead of itself and goes, hey, yeah, there's a historic building, bulldoze it, let's build something shiny. But, you can't get that back. And it's really cool to see you guys activate old spaces and preserve that sort of legacy.
We have about 70 historic buildings in our downtown core that were all built in the same 4-year period in the late 1920s, which is just after the oil boom that we had here. And money was no object for them at that time, and they were just building up a storm. And we've got these great brick buildings downtown that provide quite a quaint environment for our downtown core.
Well, one last question there, Pam. What's your website where we can go and find out all of this information?
It's eldomad.com, ELDOMAD.com.
I love it. Eldomad. We'll make sure that we check that out. Thanks again for your time. And you guys, stick around. We got more happening later.
Our musical guests brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, a home for Broadway right here in your own backyard.
Have some tea today. It will lift you and help you on your way. Take these blues away. No more black clouds. Set your sun ablaze. tea today. Turn the latch key and open up the gate. Rolling round without hanging on. The dead man waits. Give up your pain. Blowing out all your sick charades. Have some tea today. All the children say. Drink this special brew. It will leave you sailing in your shoes. Just one place to be. Go and find her. Set your spirit free. In this world that's gone wrong, I will sing a lonely song. But I like sitting next to you. Nothing left to lose. Let us rise from the earth as we wait your return. I love these pretty snakes dancing in the shade. A bird of prey flying without a sound. Your body shakes as we head downtown. Yeah, won't you come on down? Rolling round without hanging on. The dead man waits. Give up your pain. Blowing out all your sick charades. Have some tea today. Some tea today. All the children say.
Yes, everybody, welcome back later with Jason Suel. We've got Marshall Shafkowitz down here at a chef's table. You've already got some stuff cooking over there. Duck.
Absolutely, it's our duck because it takes 15, 20 minutes to
Yeah.
render out that fat and
Yeah.
then get it right to that beautiful 130
It's
degrees.
a little crispy on the outside, beautiful in the center.
That's exactly what.
I love eating duck, and I always tell people, I'm like, oh yeah, I had some duck, and they're like, ooh la la.
Fancy.
Duck is, don't be scared of duck. It's just like
Yeah.
chicken, but it quacks.
Well, how could you be scared of duck here when we're the duck
Duck
hunting-
capital of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice
It all
and
comes
duck
from
capital of the world.
Stuttgart.
Yes, that's right.
Absolutely, and that's why I chose duck
Okay.
because everything we have here is representative of Arkansas.
I love it.
And it's duck season, not wabbit season.
It's also, it truly is corn season. There's corn is going for like $1 a bushel. I don't know. Something
bushel
like
and a
that.
peck.
Yes.
No,
What-
I love corn season. You can go to Harps, it's like 9 cents an ear,
Yes.
and you can like eat for days. My favorite way to do it is just put it in the oven.
Okay.
300 degrees, shuck on, and yeah,
Shuck on.
shuck on, my guy.
Well, you know, but here's the thing. Corn, versatile. You
Yeah.
can do anything with it. Now this is the simplest recipe. 3 ears of corn, 2 tablespoons of butter.
That's
a little
it.
bit of salt. That's it.
You've given me a knife, which is scary, but you also have this really
Yeah, I'm
interesting
Yeah, so
bowl set up. What's
this
happening?
is what's fun about this. You know, who wants to clean up?
No.
So at home, you ever shuck corn at home?
Oh, yeah.
It's all
It's
over the
everywhere.
place.
When
Yeah.
I grew up on the farm,
Yeah.
we used to shuck it every morning.
One big bowl, one little bowl.
Okay.
Once you take the husk off the corn, put your corn in here like this.
that. Yep.
And then just run your knife down
Down
to
the side.
just down the side to take out some of the kernels, and it's all captured right in the bowl.
I love that.
So
This is
super,
like an ancient Ozark, like hillman way of cutting corn?
Or is it a family tradition?
No,
the chef with family.
It's the lazy chef tradition
Oh, I love it.
of
There we go.
not wanting to clean the whole kitchen.
Yeah,
Love
even
it.
better.
So
Love
once we do that,
Yes.
these lovely pieces,
Okay.
you know, you take them, stick them in your freezer later in the year, drop it into
Corn
some milk,
popsicles.
and you can make some nice corn-flavored soup.
Interesting.
You know, we don't throw
Cornstalk.
anything away.
Yeah.
We want to sustainability is really important at Brightwater.
Yeah.
So it's how do we use everything or as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So this recipe is almost 100% usable.
I love
You
it.
really
use
could.
100% of the buffalo corn, your corn. Yeah, I
Now
love
once
it.
we do this,
Okay, yes.
Bo,
Okay,
now I'm
my
gonna-
job.
What's your job?
Okay, this is not a frozen drink, so
I mean, I know how to use one of these.
Yes, you do.
we pop our corn out of here. It's
Okay.
okay to get your hands dirty a little bit. We are gonna drop that corn right into the blender.
Just dump it
Okay.
right in.
Right.
Just dump it right in. Now, once we get it all in, want to make sure that you put the top on. Otherwise,
I've made that mistake before. It's,
Popcorn.
it's literally popcorn.
it's
Okay.
it's
Corn
always
explosion.
fun when you.
Do we
when you
need
turn
any of these
around.
stuff?
Nope, not
These?
yet.
What is this?
Not
What is
yet.
this?
That is
Ooh.
freeze-dried raspberries.
That's delicious.
Freeze-dried raspberry.
Freeze-dried raspberries.
Yeah, get some of that. I'm gonna.
So that's something we also teach students at the school
How to
use
freeze-dry?
how to freeze dry, how to
Ooh.
use a freeze dryer.
good.
Crank that bad boy on.
All right.
We're gonna let that go.
Okay.
Now, and you can play with the knob. It's a little bit of fun.
Turn it up to 11. Let's final tap this corn.
Okay. Once that's
win.
totally pureed,
Yes.
you're done.
All right.
Now what you're gonna do? So Jason, this is where I need
just-
you.
All right. What are we
just
doing?
drink
Butter?
that?
You can drink it. Nope. You're gonna take the corn right into the
Let's
pan.
do it. Corn in
So
the pan.
what
Here we
I've
go.
done is I've
I go?
Yep. Go.
All right.
Go for it. Right in the pan.
Whoa.
Now with your spoon,
Yes.
start stirring that around.
Okay.
We want to stir that
vigorous
around.
stir or just
no,
kind of
just gently.
Okay.
You're going to stir that around. I'm going to get the duck back up to temp. You're going to feel through that spoon. It's starting to thicken up already.
Already, yes, absolutely.
So now you can turn around and you can puree this as smooth as you want. You can leave it chunky, however you feel like. Bo, let's take that butter.
All of it?
No, not all of it. I'm just going to take 3 or 4 pats.
The rest is for you.
The rest
yum,
you
yum,
can
yum.
you can definitely chew on if you want.
Oh, how many crackers?
I knew I forgot to bring something. Once that butter is melted, we're going to take a little bit of this salt.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Now I'm using finishing salt here,
Okay.
but you
Yeah,
could
it's
use
a little more coarse of a grind.
little more coarse, but you can do any kind of salt you want.
good for
You notice
margaritas.
the butter is melting and it's changing a little bit of color in
It
here.
is, yeah, totally. And it's getting thicker.
It's
It's
like we're
getting-
making a corn gravy.
Pretty much, very, very simple. You could call this corn pudding, you could call it corn polenta, you can call it corn souffle. Have to pump up a little bit more to be a true souffle.
The duck's quacking at me over
The
there.
duck is spitting at you, it's
Yeah.
saying, I want in.
Okay.
It wants to take a bath.
I usually spit at people when I
Yeah.
want in.
So you see how that's nice and thick?
Oh, yes,
It's
beautiful.
gotten. So we're gonna let that
cleaning up.
sit for just
Okay,
a second.
let it sit.
Now to finish this whole thing off,
Yes.
we've got this beautiful duck fat.
Yeah.
I don't get rid of duck fat. I use
Fat
it
is
all the
beautiful.
time. Well, fat's flavor.
Yes,
You know, go back to
absolutely.
Julia Child. Fat is
I'm
flavor.
so full of flavor, you guys.
You are tasty.
Yeah.
You are a tasty dish, my friend.
So, Bo, here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
That wonderful Vilnius Farms broccolini.
Look at how green these are.
Oh, beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It was picked yesterday, brought down to the Bentonville Farmers Market.
put it in there?
Just drop it right in here.
Boom!
I want to use that fat, and I'm going to let it go together. Now, here's where we're going to use some seasoning. You
Got the
guys with
garlic.
salt
Oh,
and
salt.
garlic.
Salt.
Yep, salt and garlic. Throw 'em
Garlic.
right in.
All right, there's more.
There's more.
That seems like a lot.
No, not all of that.
Okay.
We're going to take a little bit of that in there,
Just give it some bam.
and then we've got something fun for you to play with.
Okay.
yeah.
In that pepper mill right here.
This?
Yep, that pepper mill is
This
cherry
is like one of those
smoked.
Star Trek things where you're like, so I'm better.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all well.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of fun. That's cherry smoked black pepper.
Ooh.
So it'll add a little bit more flavor to it.
You tell me when.
That's perfect right there.
Marshall, I know obviously we're having these dishes today. It looks like it's going to be delicious. But you have a lot going on there at Brightwater. Something about chef preparedness, chef readiness. What is that?
We're
got a
doing
lot going
we're
on
doing
on
a
the
chef
table.
readiness training. Part of it's not to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
But the chef readiness training starts June 6th, and
Okay.
we're going to be running sessions all through the summer.
Yeah.
It's a 120-hour program where 80 hours at Brightwater, and then 40 hours we're going to be doing right in a restaurant.
Wow.
So on-the-job training.
Okay, on the job training.
Yep, students who go into the program, they get a $100 stipend per week.
Yes.
So they get to really not have to worry about money coming to a program, and this is totally free.
I love that.
So you can register for the program.
Yep.
First section is already full.
Oh, wow, okay,
We're going
good.
to start another one in July.
Okay, great.
And then during all of this, we also have our Future Chefs food camps.
I love it.
I want to go.
Yes. Is it? What's the age group? What are the future chefs age group?
9 to 16.
9 to 16.
But
yeah, you're
Bo
right in
will
there.
fit right in.
Yes, he would. Yes.
I'll wear
And
my
that's happening-
disguise.
That
Throughout
happens
throughout July as
It
well?
starts it starts June 14th
Okay.
and runs all the way through the month of July.
So you got plenty of time to sign up for either of those things, and obviously spaces are filling up fast, so you want to go do that while you can.
Absolutely, and you do that through brightwater.org.
Okay.
And you can find all of that information on our website, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. And we love having people come over to the campus.
Yes.
Because we started
Careful what
our
you wish for. We might show up.
well,
We
we started
will.
our community classes again.
Okay, very
so
cool.
if you want to come in for 3-4 hours with a chef, you can do that. We run 1 to 2 classes a month.
Yes.
Those are also on the website.
Great.
And you get to work in a kitchen with one of the Brightwater instructors or local chefs from Northwest Arkansas.
How cool is that?
Absolutely. We don't just keep it to ourselves.
Yes.
We want to highlight all the amazing talent
Yeah.
we have here.
I love it. By the community and for the community. And you've even made a dish right here that I think the community could even make at home if you got yourself
just
a blender.
corn in a pan.
It's just corn blended up. You got some butter, and that's it. And we're going to put all this together in one amazing looking dish. Is that right, Marshall?
Absolutely.
It's happening later. Yes, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email over at laterwithjasonsewell.com. And before we leave, we got to thank all of our guests, including the great Pam Griffin, joining us from the Murphy Arts District.
And of course, we got Marshall from Brightwater with this duck and corn.
Absolutely. It looks so good, Marshall. Thank you so much for bringing that. And then, of course, our music video from Soft Hills. That's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Let's eat.